Yo guys, what's up? It's Adam here, aka Cena Guy. Before I get on with this video, I just want to say if you hear any banging in the background, I apologise. Bit of a firework display going on outside, bonfire night approaching. So if you hear some fireworks, you know, you know what all the banging's all about. Anyway, I want to talk about the time I met Dave Batista. Usually when I'm doing reviews about WWE superstars that I've met and women and Hall of Famers and legends for that matter, usually I've got a good story to tell, but sadly with Dave Batista that was not the case. This is not me coming on here personally insulting Dave Batista. This is not a hate video. This is not me insulting the Batista fans. This is not me coming on here being extra negative, etc. and just trying to cause loads of hate and chaos. This is just me giving my opinions and my thoughts about the day I met WWE superstar Dave Batista. Okay. Like I said, as usually I've got good things to say about superstars who I meet, but Batista, that wasn't the case. Okay. Now, originally, it was advertised that the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, were appearing in WH Smith's in Birmingham, England, to sign autographs. And I was really excited about this. I was like, God, meeting Matt and Jeff Hardy, especially Jeff Hardy, that's the one guy that everybody wants to fucking meet, particularly me, So I printed off a picture of Matt and Jeff Hardy and says, I'm going to get them to sign this, and have it framed on my wall along with all the other WWE superstars and divas, Hall of Famers that I've met, legends, etc. Well, anyhow, I turned up. It was absolutely pissing down with rain that day, and I was queued up outside WH Smith's. I turned up an hour early. I did because I wanted to get first in the queue. I wanted to get first in the line to meet the Hardy Boys, and it was absolutely fucking pissing down. I was drenched, I really wished I brought an umbrella or some sort of waterproofs that day, knowing that the weather was going to be absolutely fucking chaos. And I was in the queue with all the other people waiting, but I was one of the first ones in the queue because I turned up an hour early. Anyhow, you really want to know how long I waited in that queue for the doors to open? Waiting to greet the Hardy Boys? 3 fucking hours. 3 fucking hours of being piss wet through with rain. 3 hours of being hungry, thirsty, dying for a fucking piss. And then what happens when the doors are let open? The manager of the WH Smith store comes out and says, we regret to inform you that the Hardy Boys will not be showing. Instead, we've got WWE superstar Dave Batista replacing them. And everyone in the queue went, oh, because we were so gutted that we was so excited about meeting the Hardy Boys. And then when they said that Dave Batista was taking his place, it seemed like everyone in the queue went, oh, like in major disappointment. And this is the truth. Half of the percentage of the queue fucked off home. When they heard it was Dave Batista going to be showing up, everyone went the fuck home. But I like Dave Batista, especially at this point, So I said to myself, oh, it's good that we're not meeting Matt and Jeff Hardy. But at least Dave Batista's going to be here, Former world champion, blah, 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 one of the main eventers. I just really wish I had a picture for Dave Batista to sign because I like to get pictures signed, so I can frame them on the wall. But I had no picture for Dave Batista to sign, so... Anyhow, we went through. Dave Batista was in the opposite room. As you saw from that little picture from the start, he was like wearing a baseball cap. He was wearing sunglasses. He was wearing a jumper. I don't know why he was doing that indoors, but he was. Anyhow, the first thing that caught my attention was there was a little boy in front of me in the queue, and he happened to be a Batista fan. He was wearing a Batista shirt. And I think he was more excited to meet Dave Batista more than anybody because, although he went there to meet Matt and Jeff Hardy, when they announced that Dave Batista was taking his place, this kid seemed very overexcited, like as if he was meeting his favourite wrestler. He was like, oh God, I'm going to meet my favourite wrestler, Although it was great to meet Matt and Jeff Hardy, he never knew that Dave Batista was going to be showing up. He was like, I'm going to meet Dave Batista. So he approached Dave Batista and he says to Batista, can I have a photograph took with you, please? And Dave Batista didn't say a word. He simply went like that, shook his head. And the little boy was like gobsmacked, you know, the fact that he asked Dave Batista to have a selfie with him, and Dave Batista didn't say hello to him, he didn't shake his hand, he didn't even give an excuse, he just simply shook his head and he scribbled his signature on a piece of paper and we all had to move along. And I was like, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? You know, so... And there was no pictures for Dave Batista sign other than these random WWE blank photos, you know, not of superstars, but blank sheets of paper. And when I met Batista, he simply scribbled his signature on a piece of paper and tossed it aside, and then I had to move along. So it was like as if they was trying to get the autograph session faster moving and trying to get it to end, you know what I mean? But when I met Batista, I says, hi, Dave. And he just went like that, nodded his head, and then that were it. And I was like... You know, at least try and make an effort, you know. These people have waited up all afternoon in the piss and rain to meet you. The least you could do is shake people's hands. The least thing you could do is socially greet people. The least thing you could do is be polite, you know, kind, you know. Now, on the other hand, I understand these WWE superstars have a stressful life. I understand that they're tired all the time. They're in pain. They're on the road a lot. They've got a busy schedule. But... on the other hand, you know, these people who support you and pay tickets to see you, the least you can do is put your differences aside to try to show gratitude and appreciation for helping these fans help you get famous. If you get what I mean, you know, we're making these people famous, so the least we can do is be friendly in a meet and greet. You know what I mean? After all, we're supporting them. We're putting food on their table, you know. We're paying money to see them, you know. The least we can do is just... not give much, but just be polite, you know, say hi, how are you, what's your name, etc. But Batista didn't do any of that. He was simply like, well, you know, ignorant. Like I said, he was there in a baseball cap, sunglasses, indoors. He was signing, tossing aside, signing, tossing aside, signing, tossing aside. And he wouldn't greet anybody. And then when a little boy, about 10 years old, asked for a selfie, he just simply shook his head. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, what a dickhead, you know what I mean? If I was meeting my fans and greeting my fans, the ones that support me and help me get where I am today, the least what I'll do is do a selfie. I mean, come on, it's a kid, you know what I mean? So, you know, at least give something, not much, but some gratitude, some sort of politeness, you know what I mean? I mean, I heard all sorts of things that year. I mean, it was the year Eddie passed away, and I hear that Dave Batista was going through a divorce that year, according to a fan that emailed me, you know. So, Dave Batista must have been having his problems at the time. I don't know if he was tired, injured at the time, you know. But I hear a lot of people say good things about Batista. You know, maybe it was just a bad day. Maybe he never expected to appear at an autograph signing that day. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know what the situation was. But all I know is it was not a good time to tell. Waiting 3 hours in the fucking rain for an outcome like that. You know, a very bad experience like that, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, not something you'd be proud of, you know what I mean? But most of the superstars and women I've met I've got great things to say, but I've not got a good thing to say about Dave Batista. You know what I mean? I mean, I respect the guy. I mean, I think he's a great athlete and all that, but as a person in a meet and greet, you know, who knows, maybe I might meet him in the future and he might be totally different, you know, but all I know is that particular day was not a good day, you know. Considering being piss wet through with rain and waiting for 3 hours, and then you get a result like that, you know, so who knows. But that's my experience, everybody. Again, not here trying to offend anybody, not here to cause hate mail or some kind of stir. It's just me sharing my experiences and my opinions about the day I met Dave Batista, and it wasn't a good day, so... What do you think, everybody? Have you met the guy? Maybe you had a different result. You know, please leave a comment below, and hopefully we can get something started on this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.